My peoples, it's me again, Mr. Lava Man, the one who love you big time. Yep, I hope all is good with you. As I was saying, in the time when I was a bit quiet, I went through a lot, I learned a lot, and I got some time to read some parts of the Bible that is speaking about Jesus and the things he was saying. And you know, I realized that now I'm understanding the guy more based on everything that I've learned. You know, you have to take everything and put it together, and the changes that has taken place in me. Okay, so I thought, okay, let me read what he says and then try and share in terms of how I understand it of what he said. And this is not about being wrong or right, it's just to share a different perspective. If it works for you, I'm grateful. If it doesn't work, well, I'm happy you have what you understand, and I just hope at the end of the day it's still love. So hey, it doesn't matter, okay, as long as we're all love. So I will do a few videos, I take it, and my intention is I'm gonna go through everywhere where they say what Jesus said, and maybe I don't talk about every single word or whatever, but I will take portions and just rephrase or say the way I understand it. So the first one I was reading on Matthew, okay. The rest, most of it, the initial part is about just the genealogy and all that, so I'm gonna skip that and start from chapter 6, where Jesus is speaking about God and how you relate to God, or if you want to talk to God, in a sense that he was saying the prayer, how you should pray to God, okay, as far as is concerned. So on the beginning part of it, from chapter 1, I think to chapter 2, from verse 1 to verse 6, it's more about how you conduct yourself, you know, that you shouldn't be boastful, and what he explained. You must speak to God in your own time, your own space. You don't have to tell everybody and all that. And also that even when you are being good or giving people or treating people well or giving a service to the universe in terms of helping other people, you must do it in secret. It shouldn't be something that you boast about. I suppose this is what I'm understanding. And then he's also explaining that when you pray, do not heap up empty phrases as the Gentiles do, for they think that they will be heard for their many words. Okay, do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need before you ask him. Okay, so basically they're saying let it not be like something you read. I don't know how to explain. There's something you just say, you understand. When you are praying or talking to God, you call it praying, meditating, whichever way you're calling it, it should be genuine, like you are talking to, like you tell your most trusted person. Why? Because it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what you are telling is what is living as you. So it already knows, you know. God already know what you want or what you need. You saying it is just your confirmation of what, when you thought of it, when it was there in you, already God knows. Anyway. And then he says, our Father, and he starts explaining about how to pray. Okay. Now, for this, what I found is, for you to understand what he is talking about, you have to realize that a human being, we are not this material, you know. We are energy, you know. That's why we are spirit, we are light. I don't know which one you use, but we are energy. Everything is energy. This is energy vibrating with a much lower vibration in order to be able to appear as matter. But at the end of the day, all of us is energy. That's why we are one, because there's only one energy that you cannot create or destroy. That is eternal, is unending. All the things you always say about God, that's what we are. holding itself in form. Okay, for purposes of living, of experiencing. Okay, and that experience is the experience of who? Of self, because it's the experience of what you are, because there's nothing else but that thing that you are. Okay, so he's explaining that, but I suppose then he couldn't use things that are like science and quantum and positive energy, cathode, anode, whatever, because of the time he was explaining it. But just like all energy, you know, in order for the energy to become or to function, you know, like you have in your atoms and electrons, you always have positive and negative, you know. So even the one energy, for it to start creating things, other things, it had to split itself into that positive and negative. Then you use the two to create atom, to create everything that you see as matter, as material. All of it works more on a function of you know, positive, negative, spin, things like that. They always have to do with positive and negative parts. Okay, now in the time of Jesus, or how in religion, what I found is, or even the way we talk, we give them male and female, okay, characteristics, while we are talking about the same things. Okay, our Father, Mother Earth, you know, things like that. That's how I don't know how the talk ended up being like that, but more or less this is how he's explaining it in the end. So now when he says, so the Father is like the mind, okay, and the Mother is the abundance, like the thing holding what the mind is holding into thought or into being, something like that. Okay, so now he is saying, his first sentence, he's saying our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Okay, now he's saying our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And how was reality created? It was created by word, and word comes from thought, okay, the mind. Okay, so now he's saying, let's respect your words, respect the word, like, you know, hallowed be thy name, the word, the thing, the sound, the voice, what you're saying, what you're spelling. Take that extremely seriously. Hallowed be that thing. Let it be put on a pedestal, so that you don't just say things change, you know, because that means you don't realize how important what you say, and what you say is also what you think, because when you are thinking, you are imprinting. You understand? Okay, then he says, give us this day our daily bread. Okay, so give us this day our daily bread, as in provide for our needs or necessities and what do they call it, what you want, you know, your needs and wants, let's put it that way. Okay, and then he says, and forgive our debts as we also have forgiven our debtors. Okay, so for me, what it means is, as a human being, you are on earth. It's a very challenging energy you are operating in. Of course, you're already challenging yourself. So he's saying, you will think of things sometimes, you know, that you don't really want. Maybe you're upset or whatever, and you think or say or think something bad of someone. So what you are asking there, you are asking that when that happens, the God, that thing that brings things into being, must forgive you by not making that thing that you thought of to happen, because you were just upset, you were not in your right state, you know. The same way you are going to forgive others that think the worst of you and say things, because how reality works is that that thing they are saying or they are thinking should come to be, because what lives in them and what is making that thing operate is God, and everything There's nothing beyond the possibility of what God can make happen or make be. It's infinite. But it doesn't happen, or you are asking that it shouldn't happen. You should be forgiven for your trespasses. Same way you are forgiving other people that trespass against you. Okay? Then he says, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. So, and lead us not into temptation. Meaning, for me, the way I understand it is, I need to be able to keep that peace in me, that joy in me, and to also keep my mind with thoughts that I'm fully in control of, that are positive, that are making my whole being be excited about being here, about life, because I can see my thoughts is positive, things is going forward. You understand? That's what I mean by, I understand by saying He must deliver us from temptation. So I mustn't think all the things that, when I think of them, I'm thinking all the things that are making you feel bad or negative or whatever. Those thoughts, that you must be in such control that you are able to leave those things and only be about the great things, about life, about the beauty, about, see the beauty in being alive. Okay? And then deliver us from evil. For me, it means more or less the same, even if it's from something that is outside of your control. Maybe somebody or what trying to do something to you, or talks something evil or towards you, that God must delete those things also, so that your life and your being is living in bliss. Okay? For yours is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Again, you are asking God this because you are acknowledging that God is the all, is what is in control. Otherwise, why are you speaking to God? You understand? That's the first part. Secondly, you need to realize that for you as a being to exist, where was this God put? Inside you. Inside you. So now, that God is everything that you are perceiving outside your body, everything, whatever you want, earth, the stars, everything. Okay? And is where is inside you. So if you want for the stars, the earth, everything to be a beautiful, loving place that have peace and joy and abundance and whatever those things you want, you have to have them where? Inside here. You have to keep peace here. You have to be happy that you are alive. You have to cherish being alive. I don't know how else to explain that. And that goes for all of us. And yes, there's more to what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, in layman terms, there's things to it in the sense of meditation, opening your chakras, maybe doing dance to, things like that. You have to manage your energy. The first thing you have to realize is your energy. So all these things they talk about in all the books and all that, they're talking about them from a perspective of you being energy, and that energy being everything that there is. So you start thinking of yourself that way, and you start realizing that if thoughts, how powerful your thoughts are, how powerful your heart is, and how you don't do yourself justice by overpowering your heart. You need it. You need an open heart in order for you to be one and have more access to yourself, to live the life you want, or to even, never mind the life, to have the peace, so that whatever you are living, you're already experiencing it coming with your own peace, and see if that thing won't give you peace, because where is that thing? In you. So if you keep here, you name it, all the hate and whatever, anger, jealousy, even the smallest of stuff, Twitter, things like that, even that has to come out. When you are experiencing the outside and what you are dealing with, you are going to bump into things like that, and they're gonna make you believe even more that this place is shit, or hey, people are shit, so well, I'm using it bad way. People are bad, and stuff like that, So yeah, man, yeah, realize that that thing is important. It's important, and it sounds so basic, but yet, because of how we design the world and our functionality, it's gonna take a lot of dedication from you to get that thing. But what I realized is that whether you dedicate your time or your energy or what to it, it is here. So the now doesn't allow anymore for you to live in ignorance. It will make the things that you are ignoring to come out. They will come out in numbers. Even me, I'm learning as I'm telling you, So yeah, think about it. Forget all the things that have made you maybe switch off, or from trying to learn about what you are, or anything that has made you believe you know yourself. Remove all those things. Remove all those things and give yourself allowance to see things a little bit differently. And most of the time, you will see those things after you have seen yourself in here and have allowed whatever, that peace, that thing you don't understand, chill and allow it. And meditation, yeah, I know there is ways to learn, but when you are more in line with it, you're gonna realize that at the end of the day, it is something that it can be done only. You can do it only your way. You will learn, you will hear how they say and all that, but you can only do it your way. You won't be able to do it like the other, no, it's gonna be your way. And what I mean by that is, don't sit and try and do what they said, you're not supposed to think of something, then you sit, then you think of something, then you beat yourself up. No, you just allowing. You're almost always meditating, even you're always talking to yourself, blah blah blah. So by meditation, you're allowing yourself, the you, to be there, and for that you to be there, there has to be quietness in you, not that the quiet of the noise outside, but in you, so that you can realize that the thing you are hearing talking pop is an extension of you. It's not your totality. It's a part of you, but it's not the whole. There is a bigger whole that is innate, that is there. So that meditation, prayer is the same thing, allows you to go there. And by meditating often and all that, what it teaches you is to realize the things that your voice says, that part of you says, that you are not necessarily in agreement with. Every time you are beating yourself up about what and whatever, or you're talking something about somebody else, and you realize it's not necessary. Why? Then you learn not to listen to that. And by learning that, you are teaching the voice itself also that this is not necessary anymore. And here you are playing that game, the whole time. You're there, you're getting deeper. You know, the more you do that, the more even the things you are not, that voice did not even need to say, because there were even smaller ones that will just catch you when it says those ones and catch your attention, and now you focus on that. Now when you start not focusing, it will go deeper to find even other ones, all the ones deeper, until you are dealing with things that are deep, that maybe even you were not aware that there were issues, you know. And the more you allow, the more you clean, the more in here is becoming nicer. For who? For God, for the universe, for whoever, for that energy that you are. The more nice it is for that energy that you are, the more bliss what it creates. And the idea is for that relationship to be symbiotic, because you want the same thing, the thing in you wants the same thing. The key is to love yourself and to know how you function, not to be told, not to give a chance, you know, not to live like somebody who knows, not to lie. Even me, I'm telling you now, with all I know, with all I've been blessed to see and to experience and to realize about the majestic being I am and what we are, I know it's a lot I don't know. You know, and every time you grow, when you allow for that, as you grow, you know, it's like a dance. You know, everything ends up, everything, and you're just dancing, but you are dancing you. But I make it look more of easy and fun than it really is. It is very challenging, but it's worth it. I assure you, it's worth it for you, for me, for the whole earth, for everything that we are. It's worth it, and for your own sanity, and for, it's like a slide, you know, like some big slide, or there's gonna be a mud slide where you are living or whatever, and you can either surf and ride on it as it goes and changes the escarpment, everything there, redirect, you know, make it different. You can either climb on it and ride on it, or you're gonna be part of what do they call it, the flood, or yeah, the fact is it's not gonna stop because you don't want to take the surfboard. This is what I'm trying to say, that it is something that is decided by God. You, in your higher self, your wholeness, you have made that decision, so it is for you to align with that decision. So you experience it as bliss. Or if you are not aligned with it, you are part of it. You know, you don't have a choice. The thing in you is the same. So it will take you with, one way or another. You know. But one thing that give me a lot of, I don't like using the word hope or knowing that all is good. He said, I know who I am, I know what I am, and I know that what I am is love. So it doesn't matter how it may appear and all that. I know at the end of the day, it is because it is for love. It is because all of us here cried out and said, we need help. We want to have a blissful existence, and somehow it seems like we are missing the point. So that help came to say, okay, great. I'm grateful because you are part of me, even me. What you experience, I experience. So now I'm coming to help. Let's change this thing. And being a human being, change is not our favorite spot. So you have to make a conscious effort to be able to make the change something that you are changing with, not something that is just hitting you and taking you along. And the key is love and knowing what you are, knowing that you are energy. This material world is something you have created because of the thing that you are, the God that is living as you. You have the capability, you created this. But even this is just that same energy. It's just vibrating at a different vibration. You know? And how is it put into being or being created? By the thing inside you. How does that thing work? You have effect on it by either being open, your chakras, or not being open, so it is fully connected and you have all yourself together. Or and also the things that you are keeping in your heart, your mind, the freedom you give yourself to be yourself, those kind of things. They have an effect on what becomes or how you experience the process. Yeah, and I would say for me it works that I look at it as an adventure of great note. You know, of tablets, those things that they write on tablets. It is that kind of an adventure, this one. You have to realize that. And not to let it swallow you or, realize that at the end of the day, it's love. There's a lot of love showing up. The love that loves you so much is like those groups, what do they call that thing? When they do intervention. I'm not laughing. Hey, yeah, it's like an intervention that you asked for. Me, I'm saying, realize that the intervention is here. As you've been told, it will be here. You've been told books, all types of books. But in the way it was explained to you, it was explained that it is a scary thing, Oh, it's going to be a mess. No. You have a say. You understand? If you allow for a lot of those things that is within you to be released, and you learn how to be in oneness with that which you are, then I assure you that for you, those things the change won't be like that, because you would have allowed the change to take place in you, not outside. If you don't allow it to take place inside, it doesn't have a choice but to take place outside. Then you see all those things. So yeah, and it's a journey. It's not something you must beat yourself up about knowing every step. I know I found that it doesn't work like that. And even me, sometimes I'm learning even as I explain to you. So yeah, man, enjoy the ride. Love you big time.